This Sunday, the streets of Beirut were packed for the funeral of Hassan Nasrallah, the now dead former leader of the Hezbollah terrorist group. The funeral featured a brief show of force by the Israeli Air Force, who did a low and slow flyby. But Canadian lawmakers are raising concerns about some Canadians who were in attendance at Nasrallah's funeral, and the Toronto Sun's Bryan has more on the controversy.
Well, the big one was Charlotte Cates. She's a leader of the Semidoun Palestinian Prisoner Solidarity Network, which last year was declared a terrorist organization by Canada. I believe the U.S. also considers Semidoun terrorists, as does Germany and Israel. One of the things that really a lot of people are questioning since this, since the imposition of its, this terror designation by the Canadian government is what exactly does that entail? Because she was at the funeral in Beirut on Sunday. She was there. She tweeted from the scene. She tweeted a photo of herself holding up a big Samidoun flag. And yeah, a lot of questions is like, what's the point of declaring a group a terrorist organization if their leader is allowed to, travel willy-nilly around the world? There's a lot of questions about how she made her way there. There was a story in the Jerusalem Post published yesterday on Monday that it said a lot of anti-Israel influencers were flown there as part of sort of a junket funded by Tehran. But I reached out to Samidoun, but of course they never reply to media contacts. Neither does Hamas or Hezbollah either. Terror groups don't really like to talk to the media. But it's not clear if she was a part of that. But at the same time, it's raising a lot of questions as to why she's able to do this, and there's other questions too about her citizenship. She was born in the U.S. She was educated in the U.S. About 14 or 15 years ago, she married a Palestinian Canadian. Her and her husband currently make their home in BC. But yeah, there's never really been a real answer. Is she a citizen? Is she just a permanent resident? That has all sorts of implications on if or when or how Canada lets her back into the country. So a lot of these questions are really up in the air right now. Yeah, Dimitri Lasaris, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. I apologize. He was there as well. He's another well-known figure in the Canadian anti-Israel scene. He was actually recorded and posted video of the Israeli jet flyover during the funeral. That was a sort of Israel flying the flag, a bit of a message to Hezbollah and their supporters that we killed them, and you can't hide from us. We're there, we're present, and we're keeping an eye on you. Which particularly the tens of thousands of people in the stadium for the funeral responded in the way that you'd expect. They criticized Jews and they criticized Israel, which is what these people normally do. So yeah, there's a lot of questions about Canadians that went to go visit this funeral.
We also discussed what the response has been from lawmakers in response to the controversy.
There's been a lot of negative reaction. I spoke to Kevin Wong. He's the MP for Spadina Fort York in Toronto. He's probably the most vocal pro-Israel, anti-terror, anti-Hamas and Hezbollah voice within Parliament right now. And he said that the fact that she's able to do this is flaunting Canada's anti-terror laws. Kind of what's the point of declaring it? As well, a story I'm working on today, Senator Leo Dusakos has also issued a letter of his own. He issued a letter to Public Safety Minister David McGuinty, demanding answers. What is her citizenship status? Why is she allowed to seemingly represent Canada with impunity at these things? And, whatever became of the charges that were supposed to be laid. She was arrested last May at a anti-Israel protest in Vancouver. Vancouver police recommended charges, but the BC prosecution service never followed through with that. So there's a lot of questions as to why we even have these laws to begin with if the prosecutors decline to go through the charges.